What's dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things as they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. And you can never force nobody else to wear them.
Things I think while I lie awake and contemplate tonight are wearing me out. Well, maybe tomorrow the world will wake and get it right, but I have my doubts, yeah. During the day, well, I design machines of war that scream through the sky. 'Cause I, for one, I like to go to bed free at night under these stars and stripes. And I have my doubts that we're coming out. Yes, I have my doubts, and I have my doubts that we'll make it back out. Yes, I have my doubts, but they'll wind you up and pull the cord until you're spun right out. And I don't understand. Roll the dice and raise the price to feed the machine's mouth. Call it the progress of man. And I have my doubts that we're coming out. Yes, I have my doubts. And I have my doubts that we'll make it back out. I have my doubts, so I'll drink my stuff and raise some hell and shoot my guns to the end of my time. You can have the booze and go to hell and take the guns, but I know they won't be mine. I have my doubts. So we're all messed up and out of touch. Let's text someone who's in the other room. So don't wonder why we don't say hi or know anyone. I might as well move to the moon. So maybe I'm wrong. Well, I hope that I'm wrong. So maybe I'm wrong. Well, I hope that I'm wrong. Well, the things I think while I lie awake and contemplate at night.
Howdy, howdy, good evening. Well, I guess whether we're ready or not, we've got another week of insanity to come our way. Howdy, Steve. I heard your mic pop there a little bit.
Yes, I am here.
Roger that.
How's the volume? Too loud?
No, no,
Okay.
not at all.
Now with my
Huh.
wonderful headset I've got.
Right on, right on. It's very clear, very clear. I know. We now we don't do our shows on Fridays. I started out doing the VR show on Friday, just one day a week. And anyway, Patrick told me that he went in to hop on the Friday show, and nobody was here. And I'm like, yeah, we haven't done that since I started doing the nightly show VR. So, but I brought us back to the beach villa. I think it's the villa one. But anyway, I brought us back here because the city was a little janky, and this one ain't bad. So brought us back here. Comfortable chairs, I might add, although it really doesn't change for me. But yeah, it's not bad. Anyway, uh, I saw a very interesting headline this evening, and I couldn't help but put it as the show title and kind of take a look at it and things that make you go, hmm. And, yeah, my tinfoil hat might be a little bit too tight. Um, but this is really interesting. And I don't think that I'm going to be the only cat that thinks so. This is really, really interesting stuff. Let me find my F11 key here. And Crimea hit by severe storm. Says local officials warned on Sunday night the worst is yet to come. And I'm thinking, powerful winds and heavy rain battered the Crimean Peninsula on Saturday, knocking down trees, ripping off roofs, and leaving nearly 500,000 residents without power. Water supply interruptions have also been reported in multiple settlements. Storm tides caused flooding in several communities along the southwestern shore of the peninsula, including the Black Sea resort city of Yevpatoria, where rescuers helped evacuate some 142 people. Parts of the highway between the towns of Saki and Yevpatoria have been flooded, resulting in road closure. At least 3 people were injured and hospitalized as of Sunday night. The storm also caused damage to 23 houses and 17 vehicles, while dozens of trees and billboards were knocked down. According to the weather forecast, the peak of the storm is still ahead. The governor of Sevastopol, Mikhail, Razvozhayev, said following an emergency meeting. Overnight, temperatures may be sub-zero, so we are starting to pave the roads in the most difficult places. Hopefully he means clear the roads, not pave the roads. He said on Telegram, adding that rescue services will continue to work throughout the night. Russia's emergency ministry first announced a storm warning in Crimea due to the Mediterranean cyclone on Thursday, with the peak of the storm expected to hit early Monday morning. Local authorities in Crimea, I guess that's probably supposed to be Crimea, declared a day off on Monday, urging residents to stay home and let the emergency services deal with the crisis. So I saw that and I thought, isn't that awful handy for Crimea to all of a sudden be hit by a storm, and it just interesting timing. I will say that interesting timing. I'm normally not one to jump to weather warfare, especially because from what I have seen, from all the evidence that I've seen, they haven't been trying to screw the weather up. They're trying to keep it in check. Not to say that they couldn't go the other direction with it. I just don't think that that's where the majority of their efforts have been. I think they are actually calming skies that if they weren't doing anything right now, would be way, way, way worse. I mean, instrumentally worse. And no, I'm not talking about the whole climate change, global warming thing. I'm talking about pole shift. And as we move closer and closer to that event, our storms are going to get worse. Our weather's going to be more wacky. And I think that the powers that be know very well what's going on. And I think that they are trying to keep things from getting too far out of hand so people don't ask questions. And because, to be quite honest, the storms are going to get, I mean, just absolutely just devastating. I mean, I know that in some cases they already are, but this is going to be something on an entirely different level. And I don't think it's too far off. I think that they're pretty much at their bounds as far as they're capable of trying to keep the weather together. However, in this particular instance, and I'm not saying it's weather modification, but it sure is some handy damn timing and a handy damn place. And so that's why I wanted to kind of make note of that. Weather's weather, and it happens, but it just it just so happens. Um, there's a war going on right there right now, and they wouldn't mind Crimea taking a hit or two. And if it's all Mother Nature, well, who's to blame? I gotta have coffee. Howdy, Kevin. Cry me another river. I love that, Kevin. Oh man. All right, I had to have coffee because I was starting to not function properly. Well, wait a minute. No, that's normal. I was functioning less than not properly. Another article here that I just it broke on our local news station KMOV4 right before I went live. Nah, I thought, oh goodness, let me have a couple of vapes and we'll dive into that direction. This is crazy. And this, like I say, it just happened, just happened today, and it just broke news on KMOV not long ago. So let me get this shared out here. 3 men, Palestinian descent, attending a holiday gathering were shot and injured near University of Vermont. So it seems to be what it seems to be. 3 young men of Palestinian descent who were in Burlington for a Thanksgiving holiday gathering were shot and injured, one seriously, near the University of Vermont, police said Sunday. Authorities said the attack may have been a hate crime. The shootings occurred at about 6:25 p.m. Saturday near the UVM campus, according to the Burlington police chief, John Murad. He said police are searching for the shooter. 2 of the men are in stable condition, and the other suffered much more serious injuries, Murad said in a news release Sunday. The 3, all age 20, were visiting the home of one of the victim's relatives and were walking when they were confronted by a white man with a handgun. Without speaking, he discharged at least 4 rounds from the pistol and is believed to have fled, Murad said in a news release. All 3 victims were struck, 2 in their torsos and 1 in the lower extremities. Murad said that all 3 men of Palestinian descent, 2 are U.S. citizens, 1 is a legal resident. 2 of the men were wearing black and white Palestinian, and I don't know if it's kifa scarves. Murad said there's no additional information to suggest the suspect's motive. The Institute for Middle East Understanding provided a statement on X that it described as being from the families of the victims. We are extremely concerned about the safety and well-being of our children, it said. We call on law enforcement to conduct a thorough investigation, including treating this as a hate crime. We will not be comfortable until the shooter is brought to justice. CNN reported the Institute later identified the victim as Tashin Ali Ahmad and Kenan Abdalhamid and Hisham Awatani, and I'm sure I'm getting these way off. Awatani is a student at Brown University. Abdelhamid is a student at Haverford College, and Tahsin Ahmed is a student at Trinity College, according to their family members. My deepest condolences go out to the victims and their families, Murad said in the news release. In this charged moment, no one can look at this incident and not suspect that it may have been a hate-motivated crime, and I've already been in touch with federal investigatory and prosecutorial partners to prepare for that if it's proven. He added, the fact that we don't yet know as much as we want to know right now, but I urge the public to avoid making conclusions based on statements from uninvolved parties who know even less. Before Murad issued his news release, the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee released a statement Sunday saying that the victims are Palestinian American college students and that there is reason to believe the shooting occurred because the victims are Arab. The ADC said a man shouted and harassed the victims who were conversing in Arabic, then proceeded to shoot them. The FBI said it is aware of the shootings. If, in the course of the local investigation, information comes to light of a potential federal violation, the FBI is prepared to investigate, Sarah Ruan, an FBI spokesperson based in Albany, New York, said in a statement. The White House said that President Joe Biden was briefed on the shooting and will continue to receive updates as law enforcement gathers more information. The Council on American Islamic Relations has offered a $10,000 reward for information leading to an arrest for a conviction of the person or people responsible for the shootings, the organization said in a statement. In response to the shooting, U.S. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries encouraged people to unequivocally denounce the startling rise of anti-Arab hate and Islamophobia in America. No one should ever be targeted for their ethnicity or religious affiliation in our country, the New York Democrat said in a statement posted on X. We will not let hatred win. Senator Bernie Sanders, the Vermont Independent, also denounced the attack. It is shocking and deeply upsetting that 3 young Palestinians were shot here in Burlington, Vermont. Hate has no place here or anywhere. I look forward to a full investigation, Sanders said in a statement. My thoughts are with them and their families. Burlington Mayor Miro Weinberger said that any indication that the shooting could have been motivated by hate is chilling. Governor Phil Scott called it a tragedy. I urge Vermonters to unite to help the community heal and not let this incident incite more hate or divisiveness, Scott said. We must come together in these difficult times. It is the only way to put a stop to the violence we're seeing. Demonstrations have been widespread and tensions are escalating in the United States as the death toll rises in the Israel-Hamas war. A fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hamas was back on track Sunday as militants freed more hostages and Israel released 39 Palestinian prisoners, all young men, in the third exchange under its 4-day truce deal. So that's what is up with that article. Oh man, I'm telling you, that is insanity. Insanity. Man, I don't know. It's probably gonna be a hate crime. I honestly think that. I really don't have any doubts of that, to be real honest. Crazy times we're in. There is no doubt about that. Nuts. I'm just kind of backing down on war news because we're gonna take a little tour of duty, if you will, through war news. I think. Oh gosh. Let's see. That was the 24th. I think it's 26th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we'll cover that one too. Anyway, other than that, I haven't got more content done with the A18 Plus mini camera yet. I still have more content to do with that. Yeah, so I have to actually admit to something. Yes, I need to confess. I am currently as I am doing this show, I am also, wow, without the lisp, simultaneously downloading Digital Combat Simulator, DCS. Yes, the game that I said hell would freeze over before I installed. It's downloading in the background. Why? Because when I said hell would freeze over before I'd install it, was before I had virtual reality. That puts in a whole new ballpark for me. And I got to thinking, it's like, so it's a free game. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what kind of aircraft I'll get for free or anything like that. But even if they put me in, I don't know, maybe if they mount some rocket pods on a Ovation or something like that, hell, that might be fun. Uh, but yeah, it'd be fun. It'll be fun if I can figure it out. That's a big if. Hang on. Oh man, had to cough. So anyway, let me have a sip of coffee. Good stuff. All right. Reckon we can do a little tour of duty real quick of war news. It's always a bunch of fun. All right. There was videos coming from both sides, Ukraine and Russia, of bodies strewn throughout the fields. You know, the battlefields. Yeah, it was kind of a crazy back and forth video contest. It seemed. Um, I don't know. I think that okay. So, and this is just purely theory, but I think that one of the things that Hunter, you remember Hunter Biden, right? I think one of the things that maybe he does for the big guy is maybe he takes products and supplies to Zelensky, right? And I'm starting to kind of get a feel for the timing involved here. And I think what it is when you see Zelensky get cranky, that's when he ran out of crack. And so Hunter has to fly him some more crack for the big guy, you know? And this is just, I'm just assuming here. And so he goes and takes it to Zelensky. And then that's when Zelensky comes back out and does another press conference and says stuff like 2024 will be the year that we blow Russia out of our skies. I mean, because that dude had to be on some good stuff to be thinking that. So anyway, I'm just trying to figure it out here. Put all those pieces together. Um, Russia sold almost all of its oil well above cap. Another nuclear power joins BRICS. Pakistan. More with the F-35 saga. Oh, you thought that was done? Oh no. There's parts of it that are just beginning. So this TR3 upgrade package, I'm pretty sure was something that it was already supposed to have anyway, like as in to begin with. But then there was a bunch of changes, there was a bunch of this and some drama, and then the hooker stole the laptop. Oh, again, sorry, that's Hunter Biden, different story. So the F-35s, apparently, they're not ready. Not as in like block 4, full-blown ready to go. That is going to require the TR3 upgrade. And okay, so here's what happened. I don't know what happened, but the TR3 upgrade package isn't finished. So it's not even finished, but yet they've got to get it installed in the jets. So I guess they're testing a half-ass installment of the TR3 upgrade package to see how many planes they can lose before they say, yeah, we better wait a little bit longer for this. That's probably, sadly, the way it's going to go. Let's see. Scott Ritter says that Ukraine will surrender to Japan's standards and there will be no negotiation. Let's see. Hamas called for an escalation of hostilities. That's not news, though. That's probably expected. Well, I think I actually had covered that. I just called. Let's see. War in Ukraine may last until 2030. Let the negotiations begin. Oh, quit your drama queening. NATO calling for military Shingen zone. Yeah, they're not real happy about that. Russia, that is. Oh yeah, former Prime Minister Ukraine saying they've been given 233 billion from the West, and Ukraine must change leadership. Now this one here I thought was a really interesting one. Turkey-Israel espionage thriller. A hacker blocked the Iron Dome. That hacker was kidnapped by the Mossad and then in turn freed by MIT. So, wow. That's kind of messed up. Anyway, and then of course there's more reporting about Netanyahu and others knowing about the attack and were informed about the attack and more or less just let it go forth. So, not good. Not good in the least. So, hop on a full screen to see where I'm at here. I'm going to get rid of some tabs. Yeah, something like that. We got 3 left. So anyway. Oh, man. Wow, I'm kind of popping through it tonight. I was worried I was going to wind up being a little bit behind, but as far as getting started and going, but I think everything seems to be working fine. So, and I think I've covered this. I think possibly Thursday I covered it. That North Korea successfully got a satellite up in the in space, and apparently, apparently got some pretty good images of U.S. assets. So that's fun times. And then the reason I mentioned that is the next story is about Russia. They launched a new military satellite. So let the Star Wars begin. It's a damn good thing we've got Space Force. But you know who would make a great colonel for Space Force? Ronald Reagan. He would have made a hell of a colonel for Space Force. Hell of a colonel. But he doesn't get a jetpack. Put him on a horse. Put him on a horse. He he's gonna command the jetpack people from his horse. So then we can actually put meaning to the saying on his high horse. Oh, I know, stupid jokes, but it's what you get for free. Let's see. Man. All right. Let me share the screen again, and we'll what? Hmm. Oh, now Russia launches new military satellite, a Soyuz 2.1B square pi 4 rocket carrying a military spacecraft was blasted off from the Plesetsk Cosmodrome in the north of Russia on Saturday night, the nation's defense ministry said, although they probably said it correctly. According to its statement, the launch of the carrier rocket proceeded as planned. At the estimated time, the military spacecraft was successfully placed in its target orbit and handed over to the control of the ground facilities of the Aerospace Force's Space Troops. Man, they got a cooler name than we do. Space Troops? Oh man, we should have had Space Troops. Man. A stable telemetry link has been established and maintained with the spacecraft, the ministry said, adding that onboard systems were operating normally. Once the spacecraft was in orbit, Military Space Force, MSPF, or intelligence officers, began analyzing and processing information about the new space object, the statement says. The video of the rocket takeoff was released by the ministry. Sorry, I like stupid humor. What can I say? The launch of the Soyuz 2.1B pi square times 4 carrier rocket was launched by the 45 female students from Moscow, you sexist pigs, and St. Petersburg boarding schools of the Defense Ministry and the Kizil Presidential Cadet School, who were invited to the Cosmodrome for the tour, TASS reported, citing the military department. The day before, the Cosmodrome personnel reportedly showed the students the rocket launch pad and said, "How do you like this big baby?" The assembly and testing building, and the facilities for the Angara carrier rocket. Previous launch of the Soyuz 2.1B pi times 4 was reported. I'm adding the pi times 4. I have no have no choice but to add that. Was reported on October 27 from the same Cosmodrome in the, oh my goodness, how hard did they make this? Arkhangelsk region. I got to try that again. Arkhangelsk region. Yes, perfect. The rocket carried several spacecraft for the Russian Defense Ministry. The exact purpose and number of devices, as well as their capabilities, have not been disclosed. According to the Russian Space Agency, Roscosmos, that one's much easier to say. Why can't you all name stuff like Roscosmos? I mean, people in the West, can barely speak, yo. A total of 67 launches of Soyuz 2.1B pi times 4 rockets were carried out from December 27, 2006 to November 25, 2023, delivering 577 spacecraft into orbit and beyond. But who's counting? So, congratulations, Russia. I just hope it's not something to kill our Space Force, because you got the better Space Troops name. Not even right. Anyway. Huh. Man. You talking about the current Iranian situation going on? I'm telling you, dude. I don't know where and what all the hands are doing in all of this mess, but we have got so much that we are looking at. I mean, it's messed up. It is really, truly messed up. Um, I what do you mean? In sports, there are a lot of balls. Um, I just, I have a feeling, just a sneaky suspicion, that what's going on is the demunition, let's call it that, the demunition of nations. It almost seems as if, because nothing they're doing makes any sense. Not a damn thing that any of these fools are doing makes any sense. You mean you've got our administration that's pissing away all of our strategic national reserve fuel and pissing away all of our ammunition stockpiles. Now we're helping piss away South Korea's ammunition stockpiles. Aren't we getting something from Japan too? I think we're getting something from Japan too to throw in the mix. And you got several countries of the EU and UK, NATO countries specifically, that are funneling weapons and money into the nonsense in Ukraine. And then it's really hard to say how much they're funneling in for the Israel Hamas ordeal and for the Ukraine Russia ordeal. It's unbelievable. Omega 13 devices haven't been installed. Right on. Right on. Oh man. I agree. Obama wrecked our military. In fact, I would say before Obama, I would say that beginning Bush Clinton, Bush Clinton, Bill Clinton, Bush Clinton, Bill Clinton. I don't know. I can't tell you if Bush Senior hurt our military. I couldn't tell you. I don't know if Bush Senior hurt our military or not, but I know Bill Clinton did. I know for a fact he did. And then, of course, Bush Jr. Didn't really help the military too much. Trump started to help him. Of course, Obama did. Trump started to help him. But then, that got all pissed away real quick. But, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, man. I need coffee. Coffee. And I heard all kinds of bings and bongs, and I have no idea what's going on. Yeah. Okay, nothing serious. All right, let me discuss this gem of an article. World facing debt tsunami, says Bloomberg. Absolute insanity. Sovereign bond sales could increase further next year as budget deficits balloon across the developed world, Bloomberg reported this week. According to the outlet's analysis, this comes at a bad time as central banks have accelerated the reduction of huge bond holdings amassed through quantitative easing. This double whammy means bond yields, particularly at the longer end of the curve, are set for a difficult 2024, Bloomberg wrote, suggesting that U.S. Federal Reserve, the European Central Bank, and the Bank of England should pardon me, hang on. Okay, they should curb their enthusiasm for shrinking their balance sheets. According to the Bank of America, cited in the report, Treasury bond issuance is expected to reach a record $1.34 trillion next year. Meanwhile, the U.S. deficit in 2026 is projected to climb towards $2 trillion. The report indicated that multiple factors affect bond values, but the one constant in an ever-changing world is rising debt issuance. The U.S. Fed has reportedly been trimming its balance sheet by about $95 billion a month since June 2022, reducing it so far to $7.8 trillion, nearly double the pre-pandemic $4 trillion mark. The risk remains that the combination of monetary tightening by the Fed with expanding U.S. Treasury supply will prove deadly, Bloomberg wrote. Same could be observed in the EU, where Germany, France, Italy, and Spain are expected to increase bond sales to more than 1.1 trillion euros next year. The European Commission is also expected to issue 150 billion euros of bonds. Even a small reduction of QE reinvestment looks ill-advised, according to the report, while it's the first line of defense for the euro area that allows maturing German debt to be recycled into buying Italian bonds. Meanwhile, UK government bond supply is expected to be around £260 billion next year, a jump of 20% from this year. The Bank of England has been reducing at double the pace of the Fed and ECB. So, and it says here there's a growing perception that central banks are at the zenith of the interest rate hiking cycle, but reducing QE bond portfolios would continue to tighten monetary conditions, Bloomberg wrote, noting that the potential global growth slump next year may come shortly before the rate cuts or a pause in balance sheet reduction, or probably both. That's a mouthful. Man, I'm gonna have coffee. Hang on, I gotta clear my throat too. I don't know on that. I have no idea on the Social Security question. I have no idea. I do know nothing about financial stuff. Nothing at all. No clue. That's just one area that I have never ever really. I don't know. Well, I've never had the kind of money to like play in the market or anything like that. And to be honest, I don't know if I would play in the market, even if I had a little extra cash. I don't know that I'd play in the market. You know, my grandpa taught me never to make a bet unless it was a sure thing. Now, I have tried pretty diligently, actually. I'm not somebody I'm not interested in going to the casino or anything like that. Nothing like that interests me. And in fact, I don't know. There's just something that doesn't feel right about it, to be honest. And I've always felt that way my entire life. We've got casinos around, we've got boats and all that crap around. So the most I'd ever gone to anything like that was to go eat the crab legs, because they had some really kick-ass crab legs. All you could eat deal, you know. But that's it. Other than that, I never even played anything. No slots, no cards, no nothing. Not for me. Now, in the past, I'd gotten a lottery ticket once in a blue moon, and I mean once in a blue moon, very rare. Just something, again, I don't do it. There's just something that doesn't feel right about it. Now, if the lottery gets up to stupid money and I've got an extra few bucks or whatever to throw at it, there's a possibility, but it's very rare. In the last 10 years, I don't think we've ever played. No, we've never gotten any lottery tickets, so since we've been together, and Lord knows how long it had been before that got lottery tickets. So just not something I do. I associate it with gambling, and I also look at it, really thinking that you really got a chance just because you throw a few bucks at it. Not very realistic, but again, if it gets stupid high, it's one of those what the hell moments. As long as it sticks a few bucks, then you're good. Now, I had an aunt that used to play lotto religiously, and I don't know how she really came out and all that. She'd never won the big lotto or nothing, but I don't know how she ever came out on that. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm going to send a lot of people in a moment wanting to win the lotto. Ah, cocoa prices near 50-year highs is what they're saying. Yeah, I mean, that says prices for cocoa soared to their highest level in nearly half a century this week amid declining global supply, according to trading data. New York futures for the key chocolate making ingredient rose above $4,200 per metric ton, the highest price for the commodity since September of 1977, surpassing the 2011 peak that resulted from that year's cocoa export ban by Cote d'Ivoire. Prices have skyrocketed by roughly 75% so far this year. Experts have attributed the spike in prices to poor crops in Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana, which supply two-thirds of the world's cocoa beans, amid extreme weather and crop diseases due to lower fertilizer use by farmers. The start of the harvest in both regions has already fallen behind last season's pace, media outlets report, raising fears of a further tightening of the already undersupplied market. According to trading economics data, Cote d'Ivoire farmers shipped 348,560 metric tons of cocoa from October 1st to November 12th, which was 25.3% lower than in the same period last year. Industry analysts also note that further price spikes are likely due to the threat to global supply posed by the El Nino weather phenomenon, which is expected to dry out West Africa in the coming months. Supply shortages are also exacerbated by an increasing global demand for cocoa beans, with processing in Europe, Brazil, and Cote d'Ivoire on the rise in recent months. According to the International Cocoa Organization, the global market is facing a deficit of 116,000 metric tons of cocoa for the ongoing growing season, October 2022 to September 2023. So that it is what is going on with the cocoa, not the cocaine. I have no idea how that supply is doing. You would have to ask the federal government. So, people like Hunter Biden, I don't know what the big guy knows. You'd have to ask the big guy if he knows. Don't know. Don't know. I wouldn't doubt that the big guy knows. Something's keeping his batteries charged. Anywho, let me have a sip of coffee. And we are down to the headlines, so man, thank goodness. Had a fair amount tonight. Hopefully the swapping back and forth the screens, hopefully it's keeping it from getting laggy. Huh. Man, oh man. Too bad there's not really a beach there that I could just go and sit down on the beach and put my feet in the water. My Loch Ness monster come and drag my ass into the lake. And it's kind of, there's a free demo of a roller coaster thing that you can install for the headsets, and it's kind of cool. One of them is a roller coaster where there's dinosaurs and got this big old T-Rex at the end of it. Well, you see him several times throughout the roller coaster ride, but then at the end he's there, like right there to eat you. I feared it for my life. Oh man, this is kind of a comfy place here, though. I showed you guys what the city looked like. Let's see. Um, I'm dreaming of it. do that right here. And then I can do this right here. And then do that right there. Hang on. Okay, wait for it to pop up. Let me get it swapped out to widescreen here. Oops. Widescreen. There we go. Now, there you go. See? I don't know if you can see. No. I didn't know if you could see like my desk with my keyboard and stuff, but no, you can't. Okay, so that's my desk. Well, I don't want to make it smaller because let me bring it down though to clear it out. So there's the and Steve, that's the flag with the Constitution thing that I was telling you about, the picture right there. Our logo, of course, up there. That's one of the pictures that Patrick made. And the other picture that Patrick made. And then, as you can see, it's got a nice, cool little roof here. And there's the picture of Yeshua and the cross there. And of course, you got the cliffs over there. There's like I don't know, some kind of castles or something up on the tops of the mountains there. Got the same up over there, castles and stuff. There's the computer where Steve and the normal camera is broadcasting from. And that's it. This is the beach. So let me get rid of that window. All right. And that cut everything else out. Good deal. Good deal. Let me bring my computer view up. So anyway, that's a look at what the beach looks like from my perspective. Kind of cool stuff. It really is. It's really cool when other people are in well, you don't see it unless you were watching the YouTube view. You would have had to have been watching the YouTube view, Steve. I I don't know. This is pretty relaxing though. This one here. I don't know. Just kind of cool. I really like it though when when there's other people in VR. It's like really cool. It's awesome. Yep. I can't. I couldn't have put it up. I guess I probably could have. Yeah, I could have. I could have actually. But no, I actually just switched it over for YouTube. Um, let's see. Let me get. Okay, I am at the right spot. Let me have a sip of coffee real quick. Oh man. Yeah, I had to break down and start downloading DCS. I feel so dirty. That's okay. Anywho, well, I mean, supposedly I can play it right at max settings and everything else, so that's cool. Okay. I'll share the screen back with you. Oops. Didn't mean to dim it. Hey, my hands are doing all kinds of crazy stuff. All right, good. It's up there. Okay, UN peacekeeper claim attack by Israel. Major oil transporters succumb to anti-Russian sanctions, says Reuters. EU at risk of another energy crisis, says media. A Ukraine mayor urges Poland to end disgraceful blockade. Ukraine needs 3 victories on diplomatic front, says Zelensky. EU states raise red flag over planned sanctions on Russia, says Bloomberg. Ukrainian drone hits residential building in Russia. European country imports banned Russian gold. Large sum raised for delivery driver who intervened in Dublin knife attack. Moscow places Meta spokesman on wanted list. EU nation resumes purchases of Russian gas. Technically, I don't think they really stopped. Moscow explains why it calls Kiev government a regime. Greece imposes Taiwan ban, says media. Germany in serious crisis, says top politician. Most French people have positive views of Napoleon's legacy, says a poll. Netanyahu was protecting Hamas, says Washington Post. Ukrainian military leadership has no plan for 2024, says senior MP. Hamas attack was originally planned for April, says media. And Russia will not lose, says EU member state. So, and I know there was a number 1 up there. Let me go nab that. Come here. Musk to meet Israeli president. Huh. I wonder how bad. Yeah, I am sure. I wonder how bad that's going to piss off Zelensky, right? Let's see. Where they harvest maple tree sap here? Huh? Oh, wait. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's all messed up, to be honest. I don't know where to expect any of it to go. Because there's been a lot of things, like say for instance with Ukraine and Russia. I kind of honestly thought that was going to be like sewn up, and it's not. It's going ahead and dragging on. So, and I find that really interesting because they're really, really running out of people. And at some point you run out of bodies to throw at them, and since they're not fully robotic yet, there's going to be an end point at some time, and I just think it's really really crazy. But yeah, apparently Elon Musk is I guess set to meet with Israeli President Isaac Herzog to discuss the anti-Jewish sentiments and the ways to tackle them on social media. So, very interesting. Very interesting. Um, oh wow, a Porsche 928, huh? Wow. Yeah, that would have been definitely fun to go see the country. Huh. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. And just so much craziness going on. I don't even know what to think anymore on most of it. Pretty insane. Huh. I added to our image in the Highland group we got here. I added a like a state silhouette kind of picture, um, with the little star where our town is, because there's a town up near Chicago, near Chirac, called Highland Park, which is not Highland. And so from time to time, we get people in our local community group that intend to be joining a group up there. And it's happened more and more it's happening more and more frequently, and I think it's because we're growing. Um, we're right around that 3,000 mark. We've only got like just under 10,000 people in the town. So I don't know how big the other groups are currently, but we're setting it right around 3,000. So, but we get people that come in that's from up there, and so I put a silhouette image of the state of Illinois, but star where we are, and I even put a picture of a pair of scissors cutting a dotted line, like right below Springfield, Illinois. And underneath of that, I put the other Illinois, and then I got the little star where we're at, and I put "We are here" by the star, and yeah, just to help them out a little bit, give them a little bit of a visual. We are not Chirac yet, but yeah, fun times, fun times. Anywho, I don't really have anything more, and huh, I do want to get out of here on a good time just so I can relax. I've been at it I've been doing stuff quite a bit today, so and I got plenty more stuff I've got to get done. So I've got plenty of stuff yet I got to get done tomorrow, and stuff that I didn't get done today. So another fun day, and I got to get more video stuff done with that camera. Um, and one video I just need to get done. I'm not sure what the weather's looking like, or gonna look like, but we can take a peek. See, oops, I was a little off from where I thought I was. All right, what you saying for the weather? Tomorrow, 42 for a high and breezy. Probably not going to tomorrow, but however, Tuesday, 43 and not breezy. So it's very possible for that. So might be doing it Tuesday. Depends. If breezy isn't like monsoon winds, we'll see. We'll see. If it's not crazy tomorrow, it might happen tomorrow. So it's not really that big of a deal, not that much I got to do, but being that it's cold outside, I don't like taking my electronics out in like super, super cold. And for part of the video, I have to include using my phone, so um, we'll see. We'll see how bad it is tomorrow. So, still never found the one component that I was going to use with it. It's not necessary, but I was just gonna do it because it would be a little bit more realistic how I would do it in real life. But again, it's not that big of a deal. But all right, folks. I think I am gonna run out and get some rest. And God willing, I'll be back here tomorrow. We'll do it again. I'm sure that there will be no lack of news. So I guess I'm gonna be leaving my computer because hang on, there's one. Hold on, give me the other one. There we go. That is where I am at. I am at how many percentages? Does it show me? I don't think I see the percentage there as far as percentage done. Oh well. Yeah, it's got a little while to go. They're saying roughly about 3.5 hours worth to go of downloading. So fun times. I'll let that download, and maybe tomorrow I'll try to see if I can learn how to get shot in the face. But on that note, I am going to get out of here. God willing, we'll be back tomorrow. I hope to see you then. I thank you for coming tonight. As always, God bless you. We love you. Be one with your spirit. And shalom. Have a good evening.